With Beyond Light launching November 10th, Bungie's implementing a system known as the Destiny Content Vault. And the short and sweet of this system is that Bungie's going to be pushing out a lot of the older content currently in the game in favor of newer content to replace it going forward into the game's future. However, a lot of the content that's being removed from the game includes quite a bit of exotic quest lines. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the top 5 exotics you need to get your hands on before their exotic quest lines get vaulted when Beyond Light drops. Now, Bungie did clarify that the exotic weapons that are tied to these quest lines are not being retired, as only the quest lines themselves are going to be vaulted / removed, hence the quotations in the title and the thumbnail. I just didn't really want to convolute a bunch of things. However, we're not really sure what the specifics on how to earn these weapons are going to be when Beyond Light ends up launching, as all Bungie's told us is that there's going to be a kiosk in the tower, and that's pretty much it. Bungie apparently isn't comfortable to share details yet, so it's probably not entirely decided. So the point of this video is this: get your hands on these exotics while you know there's a surefire way to earn them before a possible more annoying way ends up releasing whenever Beyond Light comes out. So in today's video, of course, it is going to be a top 5. We're going to have some honorable mentions at the end as well. We're going to have the easiest weapons earnable first, and then as we go on through the list, it'll be a bit harder to earn these exotic weapons. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. And the first weapon shouldn't be too much of a surprise to anyone. We have the Witherhoard. If you want to earn this weapon, all you gotta do is just either get level 35 in the season pass or just buy the season pass. Now, when the Witherhoard first came out, this weapon was the talk of the town, and even though that died down just a little bit, it's still a fantastic grenade launcher. The trait for this weapon says that projectiles fired by this weapon are going to blight the target or the nearby area on impact. So there's pretty much 2 different ways that you can use this. You can either shoot an enemy directly with the Witherhoard. It's going to of course cause tick damage. Whenever that enemy dies, it's going to drop a blight on the floor, and then that's going to be even added AoE to damage enemies after the fact once you kill that first enemy. Or you can use it like I like to use it on a boss and basically use it for free damage overall. Basically what you can do if you have the catalyst for the Witherhoard is shoot a boss, switch to another weapon, and whenever you switch, the catalyst gives this weapon auto-loading holster, which basically means that it's going to reload itself. So I'll switch to something like a falling guillotine, start damaging the boss. Whenever I notice that the Witherhoard's not doing damage anymore, I'll swap back, shoot it really quick, swap back over to the sword, and just keep damaging and keep damaging. And it's a really effective way of taking down high health bar enemies. I absolutely love the Witherhoard. It's literally a taken grenade launcher, and it's a really fun weapon overall to use and pretty easy to get. I'm sure that most people watching this already have this weapon, so make sure you get the catalyst. You can pick up the quest for it from Banshee. Now, moving on from this, we have the Izanagi's Burden at number 2. Now, the Izanagi's Burden has had a bit of a fall from grace as it did end up getting nerfed a while back. However, it is still by far the best Grandmaster weapon that you can use. It has the trait known as Honed Edge, which basically means that holding your reload button is going to reload all of your rounds into one bullet for massive amounts of damage. Now, this sniper rifle isn't only useful for Grandmaster Nightfalls or just Nightfalls in general, but that's where you're gonna find a lot of use for this weapon. Now, you're able to actually get the questline for this weapon from 801. It's basically a Black Armory Forsaken questline, and I do have a video on how to get this weapon from beginning to end. I'll make sure to have a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. And then you can get the catalyst from running Heroic Menagerie once you end up leveling up your chalice. And the catalyst is gonna allow you to deal even more damage with your reloaded shot. I just highly recommend you get it, man. There's no reason not to get Izanagi's. It's an insane sniper rifle. Make sure you get your hands on it. Just do the quest, get the catalyst, and you're looking at yourself a pretty awesome sniper rifle. Speaking of sniper rifles, let's go and move on to number 3, and let's talk about the Whisper of the Worm. If you don't have this weapon, I can't stress it enough, if you don't have this weapon, get it. I mean, that's pretty much the entire point of the video, but this weapon in particular, I freaking love it. You can get it from the Whisper mission on IO. All you gotta do is get 2 friends together and just run the mission, complete it, and you get the weapon. You'll then unlock a heroic version and just run that a few times, once a week for like 3 weeks, and then you'll get the catalyst. This weapon is insane. It has the white nail trait, which gives it higher base precision damage, so like headshot damage, and it also has rapidly landing 3 precision hits is going to refill the magazine. As you can see in the gameplay in the background, as long as you have ammo in your reserves, you can just unlimitedly damage the boss forever, you know, and that's pretty freaking cool. The weapon overall is absolutely insane, and I know that there's quite a few people out there that still don't have it. Get it. I have a whole tutorial again on my channel. This isn't supposed to be a promotion for other videos, but I do have a video on this weapon. Link in the description if you want to check it out. Now, speaking of having a link in the description for a weapon, let's go ahead and move on to the number 4 spot, which is Outbreak Perfected. Now, you get this weapon from doing the prerequisite quest line known as Enemy of My Enemy, and then going to the farm, talking to a fallen captain, and starting the 0 hour mission. Now, 0 hour is a little bit more involved than the Whisper mission, as it takes longer to get the catalyst from the heroic version, and the heroic version being an entirely different version of the normal version. So the Outbreak Perfected is a little bit harder to get, although I would say that the Whisper of the Worm is definitely better. The Outbreak Perfected is still a great weapon. It basically causes you to summon nanites on rapid hits and precision kills, and those nanites can stick to enemies, causing you to deal even more damage depending on how many are stuck to said enemy. So if you run a full team of Outbreak Perfected on a raid boss, you can actually kill a raid boss with a pulse rifle. Like, the Outbreak Perfected is no joke. Now, it's not the best weapon out there, but it's still really, really good. I really like this weapon. Of course, as a Destiny 1 player, it is a very, very cool weapon. Link in the description if you guys need any help whatsoever on getting this weapon in particular. I have a full guide on the mission and the heroic version. Now, this is probably not whatsoever a surprise to anyone. Number 5 spot, we have Anarchy. Now, Anarchy, this, of course, I mean, I don't know if I should even explain it, but it has something called arc traps. It basically shoots sticky grenades that will summon lightning bolts in between them, and allows you to not only set traps for enemies, but also allows you to stick an enemy twice and cause it to be electrocuted over and over and over and over again until these traps disappear. At which point you can just swap back and shoot some more while DPSing with another weapon, very similar to what we saw with the Witherhoard. Now, you get this weapon from the Scourge of the Past raid, and I know the reason I put this as the hardest one is because not everybody wants to raid, but I'm telling you, if you're watching this video, please listen to me. Go LFG. You can either use my Discord, you can use another person's Discord, you can use an LFG-oriented specific Discord, or just find some friends or something like that. But just run Scourge of the Past. Do it as many times as you can, because you can farm the raid as many times as you want. You can just keep running it over and over and over again until you get this weapon. Just make sure you get it, okay? Anarchy is fantastic. I know you might not want to raid, but you do now. No, don't tell me you don't. You do now. Get Anarchy. Make sure you cop it. It does massive amounts of damage, and it's just, it's insane. It's one of the best exotics in the game. Now, with that being the top 5 list, you know, of course, we got the Witherhoard, we got Izanagi, we got Whisper, we got Outbreak, we got, you know, Anarchy, everything like that. We do have some honorable mentions, and these honorable mentions come in the form of exotic cipher weapons. Now, you can get exotic ciphers for 2 ways in this season. Number 1 is reaching level 55 in the season pass. Number 2 is doing the Memories of Hellsome questline, which I did cover in a video recently, which was basically a memorial questline to an ex-Destiny developer. But these exotic ciphers can be turned into the Cryptarch, allowing you to get older exotics that are currently not available. And the reason I put these at honorable mentions is because I'm not entirely sure if these are going to end up changing. You know, like Bungie ended up saying, you know, they're not exactly ready to share details on how we'll be able to get weapons out of these kiosks. So it is possible that we will be using exotic ciphers when those kiosks release, but I feel like if we were, Bungie would have already just said that. So just in case, I want you guys to spin these ciphers as fast as possible. Number 1, if you're looking for a PvE weapon, get Arias Bow. Just do it. Just do it. It's great. It's an amazing hand cannon. The trait says looks can kill, and it says that this weapon fires special shield piercing ammunition, and it comes with a scope, and it's strong against barrier champions. And whenever it says it's strong, That's an understatement. It absolutely wrecks barrier champions. And you don't even need to use it for Nightfalls. You can use it for PvP. If you're sitting in an empowering rift, you can one-tap people to the head. If you like basically shoot someone in the foot with a regular weapon and then swap to this, you can one-tap them again. It's just a really good weapon overall, and I love the Arias Bow. You also have the Bastion, which is pretty much a top-tier PvP fusion rifle, and I'm just telling you, if you're on the other team, right, and you're running at a guy with a super, and he has a Bastion, he's probably gonna delete you out of that super. The Bastion basically allows you to charge 3 spreads of kinetic slugs at one time, and you can just wreck face, man. It's a great PvP weapon. I figured that I'd offer both of these options, a good PvE and PvP, seeing as we are able to earn 2 exotic ciphers this season. And that, my friends, are the honorable mentions, and that's also the entire top 5 exotics that you need to get your hands on before the quest lines get vaulted. So yeah, I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I really do hope that, by the way, that the title and the thumbnail didn't mislead anybody. I put quotations around vaulted because I didn't want to like convolute the title and the thumbnail and make it like, you know, top 5, you know, vaulted quest lines for exotics that are getting vaulted and vaulted beyond light, blah blah blah. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but I hope that I didn't seriously clickbait anybody. I tried to make it pretty obvious that these exotics aren't going away, just the methods of getting them are going away, and you might as well go ahead and cop them while you can. But guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did like it, dislike if you did not, and comment down below what you thought of it. I really do appreciate the support on the Destiny 2 videos as of late, man. There's just been so much love, so thank you guys so much. I'll see you all next time.